Well, hey. Welcome to another uneventful episode of this podcast. It should have been canceled or discontinued a long time ago, but yet it keeps going. Well, folks, if you're listening to this before December the 26th, the day after Christmas, 8:30ish, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, another episode of Tales from the Shit. That's right, folks. I don't have a ton of topics. It's probably going to be a 5-6 minute, maybe 7 minute show. But hey, that's usually what it is anyways. But we got some new stuff. So, there you go. But now that we got the plugs out of the way, man, what a wild night at Weenie's on Monday night. You guys saw the podcast with Sean. He texted me and said, hey, I'm bringing this chick who used to be a prostitute, used to smoke crack. He said, by the way, don't mention that during the podcast. So I said, okay. So I brought it up on stage before they got there. Got a little laugh. After the show was over, by the way, before that happened, you guys don't know Ed McGonigal. He's this really funny topical comedian. He does new material every single week. He's very funny, very based, middle-aged guy. He had a meltdown on stage because if you guys know Roger and Linda, I played clips of them before. They've been on the show before. They're kind of like a middle-aged homeless couple. They smell like BO and urine and other type of bad smells. Well, they came out to the open mic for the first time in months. We actually had a decent turnout. Scott Terry brought an audience, and we had 7 comedians. So decent turnout for what it was. And Ed McGonigal went on first after my set. So, of course, Linda gets right up. She tries to go to the bathroom. Roger runs over to her. And Ed McGonigal goes, usually he just holds it in. He just bails over. He goes, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Roger. Why do you bring her here? Let her stay home. Shut the fuck up. Now, if you guys watch my set that I put on, I took that video down for some reason. I don't know why. I went through the same thing that night, if you guys remember. And I spent my whole set focused on them. So Ed McGonigal was pissed. He pretty much trashed them for a good 2 minutes. And then the podcast started. And then after the show, they ate 2 plates of food. Chicken tenders and fries, and then I said, "Look, man, you tell me what you want me to tell about this girl, because I don't know anything. I don't want to start anything." So he starts talking about it. And he brought up the rape joke thing. Then I made a rape joke on top of the head. I mean, I'm not sure if that offended her or what offended her. She walks out, comes back in. Then you saw she says, "You annoyed me," and I go, "What? I was nothing but nice to you." And she had no story. She told me she had all these stories. Well, apparently she didn't. So what you didn't hear after the show was after the podcast was over, I'm in an empty room by myself, I start cleaning up the room, I start putting the equipment away, and I hear them in the back door in the parking lot yelling. I hear her yelling like, "Why the fuck did you bring me up here?" And he was like, "Why? He didn't do anything wrong. He was just trying to talk to you." And I'm like, oh shit. So I go to the bathroom, I pay my bill, my tab, and I got out of there. And I was expecting him to wait for me in the parking lot. I was kind of nervous because it's just from Kensington, for Christ's sakes. So that happened Monday night. Then Wednesday, I went to the tap room in Jersey. I got there early. They don't go in order. And they put me on first, which is awesome because I love going on first. They had a lot of comics, like 30-something comics. So it felt good to go on first. I had a decent set. I went to the top of the head. Did some jokes that I've been working on for the last couple of months at Weenie's. And it was fun. Stayed out for at least half the show. And then Friday night, I was supposed to hang out with Scott Terry and Willie Fritz, who were at the open mic on Monday, but my car doors were frozen shut. You guys ever had this happen? It's so cold, folks. The temperature dropped to like 9 degrees last night. So I went outside. I was ready. I was getting ready to leave. And I opened my car doors up, and they're fucking frozen shut. So now I'm watching videos on YouTube. They said spray Windex. That didn't work. Then I saw a video of a guy, pretty much. He took a fucking, what did he do? He took a Q-tip and took the cotton off, and then he took a straw. They had to install to blow like breath heat into it. I tried that. That didn't work, so I decided to stay in last night. I said, fuck this. It's 9 degrees. It's too cold anyways. I just stayed in and just fucking watched fucking the new season of Hell's Kitchen, which I don't even know why I watched that show. And then I finally got my door open today. I took pots of hot water, put it in the cracks of the door. I almost broke my door handle off. And I finally got that fucker open. So there you go. Pretty uneventful week. I at least did comedy twice. Now you fuckers know why I don't live stream. You guys are like, why don't you live stream in the wintertime? go fuck your mother with no lube in the ass. Alright? I know that sounds terrible. But anyways, folks, I hope you had a decent Christmas. Of course, I'm recording this the night before Christmas, Christmas Eve, so I have no clue what my Christmas is going to be like. But today, arguing with my parents and such, they were getting on my nerves, so fault with them. Tomorrow's probably going to be no different. It's going to be a long weekend for me. I feel like I'm kind of stuck, you know? Christmas is on a Sunday. I usually don't go out Sunday nights anyway, but nonetheless, guys, So, that's it for the, tonight I had the concoction of the Jacked, and the night's still young. I might go on World Star later, or something. I don't know. Probably not. I have an idea, but I just keep forgetting to do it. But in the meantime, that's it for this segment. This is the first but yet worst comedy podcast in Philly, and it's your favorite podcast most people do not listen to. And the next segment, you guys know what it is. Some of you don't even care to listen to it. It's the Odd News. Alright, as the polar vortex continues and my balls freeze off, let's get to the Odd News. Bear steals a box of bagels from a North Carolina woman's porch. It's always bears. Bears are the wackiest of animals in the kingdom there, folks. Ontario Walmart turns into a hotel as stranded shoppers get stuck for the night. Imagine being stuck in a Walmart with other people. That sounds like a movie. Movie fans can sue over misleading trailers as a U.S. judge. Come on, guys, let's start suing. I would love to sue these fucking movies. It's always the guy that's, you know, the bad guy, and he gets the girl at the end of the movie. Let's sue for that. This blue pill crap. Boulder's Main's library closed due to high levels of methamphetamine. If I can say that word right. Cousin Eddie display in Kentucky leads to police response. Thief steals a 10-foot nutcracker from Albuquerque home. Yeah, I see these people with these giant plastic decorations. And every year these kids go around popping them. It's funny, but it's kind of sad, too. Pub crawling Santas get a moored vehicle stuck in a Cornish hedge. Village head bloody grudge match tradition as they brawl on Christmas Day. Man at JFK Airport tried to hide a gun in jars of peanut butter. TSA said. So this guy had too much peanut butter, and they're like, what's in this thing? He was holding a fucking Glock. This couple shares a birthday just welcomed their first baby on their birthday. That is pretty weird. Alabama baby born in the same name of mom. 1 in $133,000 chance. Yeah, play lottery then. You might win again. Jealous woman sets boyfriend's home on fire. Texas, I hope your house is okay. Oh, now that's a MGTOW story we can talk about. UK drinks brand trolls Coca-Cola HQ with a middle finger made of trash Coca-Cola bottles. Former prison guard charged with illegal possession of hamburgers. You can't have hamburgers in prison. He was handing them out to people. What is this guy? Fucking the guy, the security guy from Oz. It was fucking the chick. Alright. Girl Scout mom kicked out a rocket show after being detected using a facial recognition technology. Airline mix-up sends couple bag to Saudi Arabia, said in Nashville. What is this? Oh no, this is American bag. We fucked up pretty big. Glitch blamed for smoke weed everyday mess in LED road sign. Yeah! That's cool for you stoners out there. I don't smoke the weed. It makes you lazy. Well, actually, Wiz Khalifa recently said, weed doesn't make you lazy, you're lazy. Do you guys agree with that? I don't know. Probably. Elon Musk cut in lunch perks for Twitter staffs in masterclass and leader of robots, but not humans. He's cutting lunch? That fucking billionaire Jew. Don't get so drunk you need hospital during ambulance strike, UK official says. Well, UK, that's what they do. They get drunk and they punch each other, don't they? You can call me Mistress, G-leader-clad woman, pitch building dungeon to Fort Lauderdale commissioners. Alright, now we got a Florida story. This looks interesting. Florida dominatrix group demands taxpayer money for dungeon from local city council. Oh, Florida. Ukrainian troops uncover an ancient Roman settlement while digging trenches in Kherson. Question: Slovenian priest is accused of organizing orgies and the nuns for the Holy Trinity. Well, usually priests do other stuff to kids, so that's actually alright. Why detransitioners are crucial to science of genital care. A Philly man is bringing them back without the pay part. Payphones. Yeah, I was thinking about payphones a while ago. Isn't that just booths for homeless people to jerk off in? Christian toy bandit Atlanta nonprofit. We're not going to let one Grinch steal Christmas. Psychics now have the answer. What's the best design for a splash-free urinal? Why do psychics have to ask for your name? Remember we did that in the prank call show? Alright. They didn't like that very much. They were very mad. That was a good episode. Probably one of the best I did. Yeah, I take credit for that. The world's largest Viking ship sailing in modern times. An 88-year-old man is accused of partial evaluation of a hospital in Toulon because there was a shell stuck in his what? Anus. Oh boy. That sounds fun. Girl Scout mom kicked out of rockets. Okay, I think I used that already. Russia singers and circus to tackle troops. Fragile more. Italian police use a Lamborghini supercar to deliver kidneys to donor patients hundreds of miles apart. We need a fast car for that. Bear steals Chick-fil-A order from a Florida man. I think I just read that already, but let's see, bears are just wacky. They're so wacky. California man busted for meth after face tattoos gave him away. All methed up. Hawaii pummeled with near blister conditions just a week after Honolulu's eruption simmers. Yeah, it's cold everywhere around the world. Oh yeah. Stay warm out there, people. Bizarre ice pancake spotted on a Scottish river. And what else do we have here? 3/4 of major observatories affected by light pollution. I almost said prostitution. That's how dirty my mind is. The $11,500 toilet with Alexa inside can now be put inside your home. Squirrel hides out North Carolina family's Christmas tree. I think we're coming to the end here. Lost California dog turns out 14 months later in Kansas. Family alligators greet police serving Detroit eviction notice. I think I read these last week. Let me see. Yeah, this is all from last week. Folks, that's it for the end of the show. I thank you folks for listening to this from my bottom of my fat little heart. The show fell flat, a couple minutes short, but you know what? What are you going to do? You know, so my week's not that interesting, I'm sorry to say. But as far as what's on the show next week, I can't promise. I actually had a prank call show for the Christmas thing, and I got lazy. I just didn't do it. I decided to drink instead. And, yeah, there's no comedy open mics I'm going to this week, so I'm not sure what's on the channel. I may go back to Old City next week if it warms up a little bit, and I can't promise anything, but I'll see you folks on the next one. You just listened to, and we're out of here. Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.